Leopards, these large carnivores are powerfully built with long bodies, relatively short legs, and a broad head. There are 9 subspecies and are distinguished by the unique characteristics of their coats, which range from tawny or light yellow in warm, dry habitats to reddish-orange in dense forests. Their coat is covered in dark, irregular spots called rosettes. These spots are circular in East African leopards, but square in Southern African leopards. Pound for pound, the leopard is the strongest climber of all the big cats. Their shoulder blades even have special attachment sites for stronger climbing muscles. They spend much of their time in trees even when stalking prey and for eating. Both lions and hyenas will take away a leopard's food if they can. To prevent this, they will often store their kill high up in tree branches where it can feed in relative safety. Leopards are predominantly nocturnal, solitary animals, but each individual has a home range that overlaps with its neighbors. Males have a larger range, and a single male's range will often overlap with the range of several females. Ranges are marked with urine and claw marks. A female typically gives birth to a litter of 2 or 3 cubs. She abandons her nomadic lifestyle until the cubs are large enough to accompany her. She keeps them hidden for the first 8 weeks and moves them from one location to the next until they are old enough to start learning to hunt. They get their first taste of meat in 6 or 7 weeks and stop suckling after about 3 months. The cubs continue to live with their mothers for about 2 years. Their diet fluctuates with prey availability, which ranges from strong-scented carrion, fish, reptiles, and birds to mammals such as rodents, hares, warthogs, antelopes, and baboons. Leopard, Pantheropardius, large cat closely related to the lion, tiger, and jaguar. The name leopard was originally given to the cat now called cheetah, the so-called hunting leopard, which was once thought to be a cross between the lion and the pard. The term pard was eventually replaced by the name leopard. In 1750 the geographic range of the leopard, Pantheropardius, spanned nearly the whole of Africa south of the Sahara, as well as parts of North and Northeast Africa, and extended from Asia Minor through Central Asia and India to China and Manchuria. By 2019 the species had lost up to 75% of its former range. The leopard varies greatly in size and markings. The average size is 50 to 90 kilograms, 110 to 200 pounds, in weight, 210 centimeters, 84 inches, excluding the 90 centimeters tail in length, and 60 to 70 centimeters in shoulder height. The leopard can, however, grow much larger. The ground color is typically yellowish above and white below. Dark spots are generally arranged in rosettes over much of the body and are without the central spot characteristic of the coat of the jaguar. The ground color within the rosettes is sometimes a darker yellow, and the size and spacing of the spots vary greatly. As a result of these differences in pattern, several races of leopard have been named. The leopard is a solitary animal of the bush and forest and is mainly nocturnal in habit, although it sometimes basks in the sun. It is an agile climber and frequently stores the remains of its kills in the branches of a tree. It feeds upon any animals it can overpower, from small rodents to water buck, but generally preys on the smaller and medium-sized antelopes and deer. It appears to have a special liking for dogs as food and, in Africa, for baboons. It sometimes takes livestock and may attack human beings. There is no definite breeding season. The female produces 2 to 4, usually 3, cubs after a gestation period of about 3 months. The calls of the leopard vary and include a series of harsh coughs, throaty growls, and deep purring sounds. The animal takes to water readily and is a good swimmer. A black form, in which the ground color as well as the spots is black, is widely known as the black panther. It is more common in Asia than in other parts of the range of the leopard. The races known as the Barbary, South Arabian, Anatolian, Amur, and Sinai leopards are listed as endangered. The lion, tiger, and jaguar also belong to the genus Panthera. The snow leopard, ounce, leopard cat, and clouded leopard, although called leopards, are distinct genera. The International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, has classified P. pardus as a vulnerable species, with the number of leopards worldwide estimated at several 100,000 individuals. The fortunes of each of the 9 recognized leopard subspecies, however, vary greatly. Heavily qualified estimates place the population of African leopards, P. pardus, at more than 700,000 animals, whereas the roughly 9,800 leopard-strong population of Indian leopards, P. pardus fusca, is thought to be increasing. By 2020 the IUCN noted that the populations of the Sri Lankan leopard, P. pardus kodiya, and the Persian leopard, P. pardus axicolor, were endangered species, and the Amur leopard, P. pardus orientalis, Arabian leopard, P. pardus nimr, and Javan leopard, P. pardus malas, continued to decrease, with several of these subspecies declining to critical levels. Leopards are graceful and powerful big cats closely related to lions, tigers, and jaguars. They live in sub-Saharan Africa, Northeast Africa, Central Asia, India, and China. However, many of their populations are endangered, especially outside of Africa. The leopard is so strong and comfortable in trees that it often hauls its kills into the branches. By dragging the bodies of large animals aloft, it hopes to keep them safe from scavengers such as hyenas. Leopards can also hunt from trees, where their spotted coats allow them to blend with the leaves until they spring with a deadly pounce. These nocturnal predators also stalk antelope, deer, and pigs by stealthy movements in the tall grass. When human settlements are present, leopards often attack dogs and, occasionally, people. Leopards are strong swimmers and very much at home in the water, where they sometimes eat fish or crabs. Female leopards can give birth at any time of the year. They usually have 2 grayish cubs with barely visible spots. The mother hides her cubs and moves them from one safe location to the next until they are old enough to begin playing and learning to hunt. Cubs live with their mothers for about 2 years. Otherwise, leopards are solitary animals. Most leopards are light-colored with distinctive dark spots that are called rosettes, because they resemble the shape of a rose. Black leopards, which appear to be almost solid in color because their spots are hard to distinguish, are commonly called black panthers. Leopards are among the most difficult of the big cats to see in the wilderness of Africa, which may be why they're one of the great prizes of any safari. That, and the fact that this is one beautiful cat, the epitome of feline grace. Leopards are masters of stealth and of camouflage, and many will watch you pass without you ever knowing that they're there. And yet, these are the most adaptable and widespread of Africa's cats. Read on for our snapshot of Africa's most enigmatic big cat, and learn where best to see them. Leopards are defined by their spots. If you see one up close, you'll understand why their intensely beautiful coats have become a global fashion accessory, as beloved by African strongman leaders as by high street fashionistas. The spots are actually rosettes, a circle of black spots surrounding an orange core. Leopards spend much of their time in trees or undergrowth, and these colors serve leopards well, allowing them to become one with the dappled foliage of leaves and grasses. In some forest regions, including the Aberdare Mountains in Kenya's highlands, leopards can be almost entirely black, although sightings are extremely rare. Muscular and not much smaller than female lions, male leopards can reach just under 3 meters long, including the tail, although around 2 meters is the norm. Leopards stand between 55 cm and 82 cm tall at the shoulder, and adult males can weigh as much as 90 kilograms. Females are smaller than the males. The largest female weighs in at just 42 kilograms. There are few more solitary creatures in the animal kingdom than a male leopard. Except when mating, male leopards spend their lives alone, either roaming in search of a territory or holding fast to one that they will fight to protect. Females are similar, solitary by preference, territorial, except when they have cubs. After a 3-month pregnancy, female leopards give birth to as few as 1 and as many as 4 cubs. Between 50% and 90% of these cubs will die during their first year, falling prey to spotted hyenas, lions, baboons, and wandering male leopards eager to mate with the mother. The cubs remain wholly dependent on their mothers for their first year of life. The mothers begin to wean the cubs after a couple of months, and by 4 months the cubs are only eating meat from animals killed by their mother. As the cubs grow, the mother will teach them the skills of hunting. For both mother and offspring, this is the most social time of a leopard's life. When 18 months or 2 years old, a young leopard will either leave its mother or the mother will force it out to make its own way in the world and find its own territory. One reason leopards have proved so adaptable is that they are willing to eat a wide range of prey. Leopards have been recorded eating more than 200 different species. That said, a leopard has clear preferences. In Africa, impala, springbok, and or nyala routinely make up more than half of a leopard's diet. They also commonly eat warthogs, zebras, wildebeest, and steenboks. Anything larger than these species would ordinarily be too big for a lone leopard to kill and eat, although one exceptionally strong leopard was recorded bringing down a 900 kg eland, the largest of all antelope species. Leopards will also kill cubs of rival predators, including lions, cheetahs, and hyenas, while forest-dwelling leopards also eat primates. Leopards frequently live in close proximity to human settlements, which means that leopards can come into conflict with people when the former kills domestic livestock and dogs. Attacks on people by leopards are rare. Leopards are predominantly ambush hunters, usually after having stalked to within 4 to 5 meters of their prey. For all of their stealth and ability to approach prey without detection, leopards are successful only between 5% and 38.5% of the time when trying to make a kill. When they are successful, they kill prey by suffocation, clamping their jaws around the throat and slash or muzzle of their kill. Because they are solitary, leopards have learned to defend their prey from more numerous lions and hyenas by carrying the carcass up into the branches of trees. Leopards are the most skilled tree climbers of all the big cats, even when hauling twice their own body weight with them, where few other species can follow. In total, leopards are found in an estimated 62 countries. The stronghold of the African leopard is in East Africa and Southern Africa. The species has largely disappeared from North Africa and is rare in West Africa and Central Africa. Beyond Africa, there are important leopard populations in the Arabian Peninsula, Iran, India, and Siberia. The Amur leopard is one of the most critically endangered subspecies of cats anywhere on Earth. Leopards prefer woodlands, they need cover in order to stalk their prey, and are most often found in the trees and other foliage along riverbanks. In some places, like along the Saranira River in Tanzania's Serengeti National Park where there are many leopards, a leopard's territory will be quite small and extend along the river's shoreline. The smallest recorded territory for a leopard is 5.6 square kilometers. In contrast, out in the arid Kalahari of Botswana and Namibia, where water and prey are scarce, a leopard's home range can extend across 2,750 square kilometers. Most leopards are light-colored and have dark spots on their fur. These spots are called rosettes because their shape is similar to that of a rose. There are also black leopards, too, whose spots are hard to see because their fur is so dark. Leopards can be found in various places around the world. They live in sub-Saharan Africa, Northeast Africa, Central Asia, India, and China. Leopards are fast felines and can run at up to 58 km per hour. They're super springy, too, and can leap 6 m forward through the air. That's the length of 3 adults lying head to toe. Leopards are very solitary and spend most of their time alone. They each have their own territory, and leave scratches on trees, urine scent marks and poop to warn other leopards to stay away. Males and females will cross territories, but only to mate. These big cats have a varied diet and enjoy different kinds of grub. They eat bugs, fish, antelope, monkeys, rodents, deer, in fact, pretty much any prey that is available. Leopards are skilled climbers, and like to rest in the branches of trees during the day. They are strong beasts, too, and can carry their heavy prey up into the trees so that pesky scavengers, such as hyenas, don't steal their meal. Nocturnal animals. Leopards are active at night when they venture out in search for food. They mostly spend their days resting, camouflaged in the trees or hiding in caves. 8. When it comes to hunting for food, these big cats know their stuff. When a leopard spots a potential meal, it approaches with legs bent and head low, so as not to be seen. It then stalks its prey carefully and quietly, until it's 5 to 10 meters within range. Then pounce. The leopard dashes forward and takes down its victim with a bite to the throat or neck. Small prey, such as small birds or mice, will receive a fatal blow from the feline's paw. Ouch! 9. Female leopards give birth any time of the year. When they do, they usually give birth to 2 or 3 cubs. Mothers stay with their cubs until they are about 2 years old, when they are old enough to hunt and take care of themselves. 10. Leopards communicate with each other through distinctive calls. For instance, when a male wants to make another leopard aware of his presence, he'll make a hoarse, raspy cough. They also growl when angry and, like domestic cats, purr when happy and relaxed. Cute, et. The best places to see leopards. Botswana. Botswana is excellent for spotting leopards, and a testament to the leopard's adaptability. Leopards are commonly seen in watery habitats like Chobe National Park and the Okavango Delta, but also in the desert-like Central Kalahari Game Reserve, CKGR. Kenya. Kenya's parks are prime leopard watching areas. Leopards are present throughout the country, but sightings are most common in the Masai Mara National Reserve and the surrounding community-run conservancies, as well as Lake Nakuru and Tsavo West National Parks. Malawi, an emerging safari destination, Malawi deserves special mention for Nyuka National Park, home to more than 100 leopards and often spotted on night wildlife drives. Namibia, plenty of leopards call Namibia home, but they're generally more elusive than elsewhere. Try the private reserves such as Okanjima and Irindi. The floodlit waterholes in Etosha National Park are also decent shouts after dark. South Africa, leopards are found across the country, but the northeast is best, especially in Kruger National Park and the surrounding reserves, such as Sabi Sand. Elsewhere, try Mapungabwe National Park, Madikwe Game Reserve or Kagalagadi Transfrontier Park. Tanzania. Tanzania's Serengeti is one of the best places on the planet for watching leopards. Sightings are also possible in Tarangire National Park, Silas Game Reserve, Katavi National Park and elsewhere. Zambia, the national parks of Kafu and South Luangwa parks are known for their leopard sightings. Zimbabwe, the national parks of Mana Pools and Wange have healthy leopard populations, though sightings are not as common as you might expect. The leopard's strengths, the beauty of its coat, the adaptability that allows it to live across many different habitats and close to humans, also puts it in harm's way. Leopards are much sought after by trophy hunters. They are also often killed in retaliation for killing livestock. And they are also highly susceptible to the clearing of forests. The leopard is currently listed as vulnerable by the International Union for the Conservation of Nature, IUCN. Thank you for watching this video.